There's a monster outside.
At the Mama 1 Research Center in China, down in the O level where they research marine life, a group of scientists are trying to discover new marine life. They believe that there is something hidden underneath the Marianas Trench, concealed by a cloud of hydrogen sulfide. So a team is sent down there, but they go missing by what appears to be a megalodon shark. Jonas Taylor, played by Jason Statham, is called in after retirement to rescue them, mainly because one of them is Jonas's ex-wife, Lori, and one of the leaders was the guy that Jonas Taylor rescued 5 years ago from the very same shark, and even if a mission is a success, there's still the issue of, oh yeah, there's a prehistoric shark that came back to life and now is basically devouring us. What are we supposed to do? It just gets crazier from here. Megalodons were thought to be extinct for millions of years, and yet no one knows what it can do. Everybody has no clue how to deal with the Meg. And yes, they call it that. It just seems strange that everybody has to look up what a megalodon shark is, even though I believe that we already know what a megalodon shark is. The megalodon shark is the biggest shark ever recorded. If you do a scale comparison of all the sharks out there, the megalodon would be the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Yeah, that big. The cast is forgettable yet passable. At least they do their best with the material, unlike other shark-related movies where the acting is horrible, the stories are ludicrous, and the characters are so bland they might as well be wallpaper. Jason Statham, I don't even know why he's in this movie at all. I really don't. Jason Statham is one of the most unlikable people in this entire movie. It's just, Jason Statham is typecast into the I don't care what you tell me, what I'm gonna do, and you have no control over me kind of roles. He's just so unlikable in this movie. Sure, there was a sort of edge to him in Furious 7. Other than that, he's just very unlikable in this movie. Honestly, I don't even know why he's in this movie at all, other than marketing appeal. He does a decent job. He at least is trying to make any of this work. He kind of reminds me of Quint from Jaws. In fact, I'm going to get back to that in a minute. The scariest scene in this movie involves a little girl where she goes down to one of the lower levels and then the shark tries to bite the glass. There's a reason why this doesn't work. First off, the first half of it is great. The suspense, the tension, you really think like the shark is gonna break through the glass. But then after they find the little girl, which happens to be one of the scientist's daughter, you can see glimpses of the damaged glass. Now, it would have been better if we never saw the damage on the glass at all. When the moment comes, just show them finding the little girl, and then when the moment comes to show the damage, then show the damaged glass. The effect would have worked a lot better. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the scientist's daughter is named Suyin. But anyway, she's an oceanographer who also happens to know about shark anatomy. Okay, so if she knows about shark anatomy, then wouldn't she be the first person to step in and say, oh, we need to do this to eliminate the shark. We need to do this. It just seems like some of these people have no clue how to tackle this before. They're like, oh yeah, a prehistoric killer is trying to eat us. Yeah, whatever. Speaking of Jaws, this movie took a few inspirations from Jaws. Thank God it's not a remake. I was really worried going into this movie that it was just going to be a remake of Jaws, but it actually turns out to be a novel by Steve Alten called Meg, a novel of deep terror. This movie took a little bit of inspiration from Jaws. You know, tracking the shark, the shark cage, and the ship being forced 90 degrees by the shark. There's one scene where they literally took all those moments and combined them into one 5-minute scene. And also, when we actually see the shark heading towards the beach in China, it just feels like, yeah, we've seen all of this before. Nothing new, nothing fresh, it's just same old, giant shark terrorizing a beach. Whoop-de-doo. There's a reason why it worked in Jaws, because nobody had ever seen that before, but now it's so cheesy that it doesn't even matter anymore. You know what I also don't get about this movie is, why is it that there are certain characters who straight up sacrifice themselves? I don't get it. I don't get why some of the cast members have to just randomly sacrifice themselves. It doesn't make sense to me. What's the point for it? Just to build character development? No. Oh, and there's also a moment where her daughter's father, Dr. Minwei Zhang, dies somehow. I don't even remember how. And then afterwards, her daughter is all sad and blue and everything. And then Jason Statham checks up on her, and then Shunyin says she's sad and confused. I know that. You don't need to spell it out for me, okay? We already know that she's sad and depressed. You don't need to spoon feed to us. We already understand. So, yeah, the movie is like Jaws 2.0. And I'm not even gonna do a thorough explanation on shark anatomy because even if I did an entire analysis on why the shark anatomy in this movie barely works, it won't even help the movie because it's a 70-foot long shark terrorizing people. It's like it's Jaws, but it's not really Jaws, but it's average. That's just what this movie is. It's just average. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just kind of average. Honestly, I feel like this movie is it's just like a big budget B movie. That's what it is. It's a hollow shell of what made Jaws good. Yeah, I know it's not a remake, and thank God it's not, but honestly, it's just a hollow shell of what made Jaws good in the first place. It's like, it's got the shark down, and it doesn't have bad acting, it doesn't have horrible writing, and the effects are okay, but it's not as good as Jaws, but it certainly isn't as bad as all those other shark-related B movies, like those Sharknado movies. Oh my god, I never even bothered to watch one of them. So, overall, The Meg is alright. I gotta be honest, it's a little better than I thought, but that doesn't make it great. It just means that it's much better than it could have been. It could have been far worse. So overall, I give it a 3 star out of 5.